Peace, family. I made another video, but it was short and right. I might keep that added on anyway. Yeah, I might keep that added on anyway. I'll start back over. So in college, 8.5 years, right? So I have an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree in criminal justice administration and management with a concentration in criminology, right? So then when I went to my master's, my advisor was like, if you keep going in this direction, you're only basically going to be qualified to go in one field. You need to do something that, is universal now going into your master's, right? So that's when I became real fascinated with business management, right? So I ended up with my master's as a business in business management, and then I have a certification in business analytics / data mining, right? But also like my minor courses, right? Subjects that I took advantage of was history, how the earth works 1 and 2, astronomy, world religious traditions part 1 and 2, how the earth works, how the universe works. Oh, geography. I took a geography course as well as a biology course, right? I was getting it. And it was so beautiful because I absorbed so much that, I can speak to someone from any region of this world and go through the science and the history of, how they came to be, right? So then, one thing I can say, honestly, is I had help through college from Knowledge Suborn. I had a lot of help, right? And the help that I got, my help didn't come from actual books. My help came from the gods, right? I would go like online and I'd be speaking about a course or whatever, and then if I'm looking at the science or I'm looking at the history of it wrong, I had gods that would come and correct my errors and then reference me to go read this, that, or the other, right? From the Sumerians, the Anunnakis, the Sand People, you name it. I was on it, right? So I'm just very thankful of that, acquiring so much knowledge, in my college experience. And then right now, I'm just on pause because I want to see what they're about to do with all of this foolishness, with student loans and things of that nature. But anyway, I'm going to go back for my doctorate in organization, business organizational leadership skills. So with that being said, I would actually write a book. People don't get it. When you do a doctorate, you're basically writing a book, and the book has to be approved in certain quarters. You have to go in front of a board. I will do it. It's just a matter of time with me with that whole thing, right? So I'm saying this because I'm going to go somewhere with it, right? So what I really admired about my organization, business management, right? What I really, and I know I could still, and I'm thinking about it, create my own business, just doing that. Organizing corporations or restructuring corporations, because That's what, those are the degrees, right? Those are the degrees that will be most needed in order to get this economy back up off the ground and running correctly, right? Um, my thing, like I worked for a lot of big global corporations, no. So with that, I learned a lot just watching their behavior, right? Or the way they had things structured, right? So, what, like the thing I said, what I would do is known as the consultant. So when the consultant goes in, the consultant actually looks at how the business is structured, how it's ran, what can be done to get the production up. You want to deal with your time, your savings, and your costs. That's what a consultant will come in there and do, right? But always, they tell you, always in the business of consultant, when they find the problem with a corporation, it's never really the subordinate, right? It's the mismanagement of the managers and the supervisors and those over top of them who just let them run rampant without saying or doing anything or putting any disciplinary actions to correct certain errors before something major happens, right? So because when something major happens, then that's when the consultant comes in. If I walk through the door, I'm walking through there because it's simple fact, somebody fucked up somewhere in the chain of organization, right? So with that, you would look, right? Every business has to have an accountant. They have to have a lawyer. They have to have a secretary, right? They have to have a maintenance or tech man, right? Then you have your managers, your supervisors, and then you have your outside third-party franchises that you deal with as well, right? So all of this stuff has to be organized in order. Because if it does not, it can take one department or one person to fuck something up and everything comes crashing down, and there may not be a solution to fix that problem. So that's why you're always supposed to do what's called SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, and things of that nature, right? So you can prevent certain things from happening, right? Just like a contingency plan. All businesses have to have one, because like a lot of businesses that didn't have one is fucked up right now during this pandemic. They wish they would have actually stuck to their contingency plan, right? So I'm saying these things because now we got to look at Donald Trump's administration, right? Let's look at Donald Trump's administration, if that's what he called it, right? Where is the secretaries? Thank you. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry. That's one of my friends. See, everybody know me. Everybody know me. I'm in the hood, y'all. I'm in the hoodie where it's goody, you know? My childhood neighborhood. I always leave, but I don't go too far. Even if I do go far, I always come home and check out my hood, right? Or my childhood, jumping off of rooftops, flipping in mattresses, homies, male and females, right? But anyway, let's get back to Donald Trump. Um, with Donald Trump, there is no management. There is no management. There is no organization. There are no plans. There was no plans before. There are no plans after, right? So what needs to happen is he needs to hire a whole administration team. He doesn't have to do it. Get Mitch McConnell, dumbass, to organize an administration and management team and get them some consultants in there and weed out all the bad weeds. But see, that's not going to happen with a president like Donald Trump. But if that was just a regular, common sense president who cared about the safety of people and the protection of the richest country in the world's assets, right? This is what they would have been on it. They would have been on it, right? But Donald Trump's not going to do that. And that's the danger. The danger here, there was no organization, there was no management, there's no administration, there's no one to go from point A to point B. And he got rid of a bunch of them when Obama left anyway. But that's on him. That's his dumbness, right? Not our business. But yeah, that's what's going on. And not only, I'm going to say Donald Trump, right? Nancy Pelosi, the Democrats, all of them. It's a shame. It's a sin and a shame how disorganized and dysfunction these people actually are. And I'm like, who are their PRs? And who are the backdrop of your images right now, because they're doing a horrible job. You need to fire them and get somebody in the public relations, right, that can put your character out there to show and prove to the American people that you guys are actually organized, because right now you look horrible. You look real terrible, for the president on down to his cronies. I love the governors and the senators and some of the House that got common sense. Even the Republicans, they coming around because they see the danger in what's going on here. This shit is so dysfunction. It's fucking, I don't get it. I never in my life saw anything, any type of business I ever walked into so unorganized and so dysfunctional, and like the doctor said, we got a little piece in the time clock right now. If we go ahead and do what we got to do as Americans, say mine is Donald Trump, and pay attention to what these scientists are saying and do our best part. Don't worry about the economy. Don't worry about where you're going to get your next meal, because we will eat. We'll get through this. You just got to steadfast, and do a lot of sacrificing, a lot of fasting, and a lot of meditating, So I'm call it prayer or whatever you choose to call it. But those are the things that's going to lead us out of these hellish rooms, right? Got to do that. But we can't listen to the president right now. You got to pay attention to what the scientist is saying. And then this is the thing. Behavior means everything. Behavior means everything, right? So when you got everybody behaving, everything is in unison and in peace, right? But then when you have somebody to come up that's not in that frequency, right? It fucks the whole cipher up. It messes the whole cipher up, right? Bad behavior reeks of negative energy. It's the epitome of negative energy, right? So the good ones, this is a good versus bad thing going on here, right? So those of us who knows how to be on our best behavior, please be on your best behavior no matter where you go, right? And because it's going to be us, who sets the example. When you walk outside every day, you got to set the example. You got to have your mask on. You know what I mean? When you go to the grocery store, get your gloves. Do everything, follow the rules. Even in the grocery stores, they had the arrows. You're not supposed to go down the aisle certain ways and shit. You got, your 6 feet distance. And you have people that just don't want to fucking follow the rules. It's just so what's wrong with following the fucking rules? What's wrong with being organized? What's wrong with being all in one accordance? It's not a hard thing to do, People, it's the people that makes it hard. Like I said, just do your part with your social distancing, and just be that example. Be the example of what it actually is to be all wise, civilized, right? And organized in this world of chaos we're dealing with right now, right? And that's what I wanted to build on, I want to ask our, dear Mr. President, you got to get this shit organized. You got to get some consultants in there. You got to get some better you got to get professionals. You got to get the pros. And then you need to go to the youth, right? Because these old motherfuckers is going to make you catch coronavirus, and fuck up your election. You better listen to what the youth got going on here. You definitely better listen to what black people saying, because we ain't playing with your ass. That being said, I'm out. I'm at this post office. I gotta send my baby her stuff. I'll go with you guys. Maybe later on this evening. We'll see. Till then, keep your vibrations high, and I'm out. Peace.